Finally back with another edition of Pro Tips Betting. It's been a week off due to a lot of work, but we're back now. Not gonna go through the last bets, but you can find them here on my spreadsheet. And the link for this is in all the videos on the YouTube channel. Going straight over to Friday's games. We have today picked out 9 games to go deeper into. The first one is from the French Ligue 1, Rennes versus Lyon. We can see right off here that Rennes has quite a few players out, where Lyon is pretty okay. Mendy is out though. Over to the head-to-head. We can see the last 5. Rennes has 3 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. And the same with Lyon. Rennes won the last game 2-0 and the game before that 2-0 as well. I do predict here today that this will be a draw game. But it might also end up as a Rennes victory yet again. Checking the odds, we can see Rennes has 4 in odds. So playing this home or draw could be something to keep in mind, but do also keep in mind the huge injury list on Rennes here. Don't think I will do anything with the safe bets on this game, but I might end up putting a draw on the high output bet slip. We can quickly check on Unibet what the odds are on a home or draw for Rennes, but it should be close to 2 in odds. Friday, Rennes Lyon, double chance 181. Pretty lousy if you ask me, and I would stick to a draw on this one, like I said, on a high output bet slip. Next game, Hoffenheim versus Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. Pretty even teams, these two, I would say. Some players out for Hoffenheim here, as you can see. Only Wendel out for Bayer Leverkusen. The head-to-head, 2 victories, 2 draws and 1 loss for Hoffenheim, where Leverkusen has 2 victories, 2 losses and 1 draw. You can also see down here that Hoffenheim won the last game 4-1, and the game before that Leverkusen as well won 4-1. For me today, this one does tip towards another draw game, but a very, very open game. Checking the standings as well. We see Leverkusen is on the 6th place and Hoffenheim are still pushing for that top 6 position with their 38 points. So still a lot to play for both teams. Again, very, very open game. Go for maybe a draw on a high output bet slip, or play the game live and wait for the goals to come. Next one, Serie A in Italy, Chievo versus Cagliari. Some players out for Cagliari here, not too many for Chievo. Checking the odds from Bet365, pretty even. Does feel like a draw game from the odds, but we will go deeper in and check this out. Chievo, 3 draws, 2 losses, last 5 games. Pretty bad shape. You can also check the last 10, as you will find 4 more losses and 2 more draws here. Cagliari on the other end is in a decent form, I would say, with 3 wins and 2 losses. Cagliari also won the last game between the teams 2-1, and even the game before that was a 2-1 as well. I would give Cagliari the upper hand regarding both the form and the head-to-head, of course. Checking the standings here as well, we can see Chievo is on relegation, and they are done for the season with only 11 points, so nothing to play for really. Where Cagliari is pretty much done for the season as well, can't reach the top 6 and will end up on a mid-table position no matter what. So two teams with pretty much nothing to play for, but I do again give Cagliari the upper hand here. They do pay 287, so for the safer option here you could play this a double chance. We will check this on Unibet as well. Can't I find this game? Cagliari, sorry. And the double chance pays 146, as you can see here on screen. 146, pretty decent, I would say. If you combine this with one more, you should reach about 2 in odds. So I will mark this for now for a draw slash pen's going through the paper here. A draw slash away win for the safe bet slip. But I do again absolutely believe Cagliari will win this game, and that pays almost 3 in odds, which is huge. Over to Spain, La Liga, Girona versus Athletic Bilbao. Again here, pretty much the same odds as you can see on the bottom here, like the last game. Aduriz is out for Bilbao. And that's about it. Girona also has 3 players out. Over to the head-to-head, we can see Girona here has 3 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, where Bilbao has 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. Bilbao won the last game 1-0, but the game before that Girona won 2-0. Prediction for this one will go towards a draw game, paying about 3 in odds. But this one is also a very open game, I would say, and go only for the draw on a high bet, high output bet slip. Over to Denmark. Picked out one game here as well, Brøndby versus Odense. This is actually starting in half an hour though, so for you YouTubers out there, this will be then a live game for you guys. Straight off to the head-to-head, we can see 2 formed teams, I would say. Brøndby with 3 victories, 1 loss and 1 draw, where Odense has 4 losses, one of them being in extra time. Checking the head-to-head, where we can see Odense won the last game 2-0. It was a draw before that, but the 2-0 was now just 10 days ago. And I do believe Odense will win this one again. And Odense has actually 360 in odds. This one is also one where we can play either a draw or away win, and on this one you should get like 210 to 20 in odds. Check in quickly here on Unibet. Friday. So Unibet has Odense on 325, and it pays 176 for a double chance draw or away win. Okay. Next game, over to the Championship in England, West Brom versus Birmingham. You will see here straight off that West Brom are favorites in this game with 190 versus Birmingham on 450. Nothing huge on injury list for the teams. 2 players out for both of them. Checking the head-to-head, we can see West Brom has 2 wins recently, 1 draw and 2 losses, and Birmingham is sitting with 4 losses in a row and 1 win against Bristol City. Last game though, a draw 1-1 game, and the game before that was all the way back to 2015, where West Brom won 2-1, but totally different team at that time. Checking the standings as well, expanding the window a bit for you guys, we can see West Brom are on 4th place. They are still pushing for this top 3 position. Should be pretty secure on the top 6 though. Birmingham on the other end are more or less done for the season with 41 points. It will surprise me very much if they will relegate with these, but as you can see, Rotherham here on 36 on the relegation, so they might need a couple of points more actually. So both teams pretty much does have everything to play for here, and I do call this out as a very open game. Only thing is that Birmingham has now 4 losses in a row, which of course for the bookmakers and myself makes West Brom the favorites to win the game on 190. I don't think though that I will play West Brom in this game. Could play it a home or draw, but that will probably bring it down to like 125 or something, so that is just too small for me. Over to Italy, the B series. We got Cremonese versus Verona. And we can see here that these are 2 evenly good teams according to the odds. Checking the head-to-head though, we will make our minds up on this. Cremonese does have 3 losses, 1 win and 1 draw the last 5, where Verona has 3 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. The teams played a 1-1 draw the last game, and the game before this is back to 2014, so we're not going to pay any attention to that. I do have a feeling on a Verona victory here today. That does pay out 3 in odds, but nothing safe really. Can check the standings here as well, where we see Cremonese is on 31 points, still fighting for survival, and Verona on 46 can actually still push for the first place. And again, that does make Verona the favorites for me, and still a 3 in odds. So very, very good. I will check this one quickly for the double chance as well. Verona here. Where's Friday? That's the wrong game, isn't it? Here we go. A double chance here for a draw or away win is actually 150, which still is pretty good. And again, if you combine this with the Chievo game, as I said earlier, you can't probably see this, but you will get 219 in odds on 2 double chance games. Usually pretty safe. Just a quick note for myself on the Verona game. Two more games to go. Over to Portugal. Portimonense versus Moreirense. Or Orense. Straight over to the head-to-head. We can see that these are 2 mid-form teams. 2 draws and 2 losses, 1 win. And Moreirense does have 2 losses, 2 wins and 1 draw. Moreirense won the last game 2-0, and the game before that was a 4-3 to Portimonense. Pretty open game, I would say. Personally, I would actually stay away from this game. Maybe play it over 1.5 goals, but that probably doesn't pay out too much. Over 1.5, only on 125 in odds right now. Too open game for me to do anything with, really. Last game of the day, Scotland Premiership, Livingston versus Hibernian. Couple of players out for both teams. Can start off by checking the standings here, where we see Livingston are on 9th place and Hibernian on a 6th. Still pushing for a top 4, actually. The head-to-head, quite even here as well. A draw and 2 wins and 2 losses for Livingston, where Hibernian does have 3 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. The last game was a 1-1 draw. The game before that was a 2-1 victory to Livingston. Predictions for this one is yet another draw, I would believe. Maybe a slight upper hand to Hibernian, but wouldn't place my money on this one either. And I do believe today I will stick with the Italian games, the Italian Stallion. Alright, so that's it for this Friday, the 29th of March. I will make one more video later tonight for Saturday, as I will be away tomorrow. And then I will probably be back on Sunday. So later tonight for some Premier League games and other leagues, and the same on Sunday. My betting tips will be on screen in just a moment, and as always, do subscribe to the channel for the latest updates. Links in the description for the Discord community, and this spreadsheet here with my betting history, as I explained in the beginning of this video, so you guys can evaluate me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Twitter, of course, also for latest updates. And that's it. So good luck with your bets today. And again, my betting tips will be on screen in just 2 seconds. Thank you for watching.